Question: which of these candidates for governor knows how to have a good time? Harla Sturgielewski? Hardly. She thinks Van Halen's a brand of men's shirts. Walter Hickel? He only gets off on gas pipelines. Joe Hayes? Right. He couldn't swing if you hung him from a rope. Dick, party animal Randolph. The Libertarians weren't wild enough for him, and now he's back to put the party in the Republicans. For a good time, vote Dick.
Good evening, I'm Senator Dirk Dirksen. You know, I've promised you folks that from the first of this campaign, I would refuse to stoop to the low of negative political advertising. But I got to admit it, I just can't help myself because I hate my opponent. Let me just tell you a few things about this SOB that's running against me. You know, my opponent has spent hundreds of dollars, literally hundreds of dollars, on TV and newspaper ads just to improve his image to you, the voters. Ha! Let me tell you something. You're never going to see me working on my image for that much money. No, because we know that his ads are only good for wiping or wrapping or whatever. It's political mush is what it is, folks. You know, he says that he's pro-gun. Ha! Pro-gun, he only owns one gun, and that's a pea-shooter automatic weapon, an Uzi. I, on the other hand, have enough militia stockpiled in my basement to rival that of the Third Reich. I'm upfront about it. You know where I stand. You know I'm good for it. And should we talk about lifestyles for a minute, huh? You know that I like girls. I mean, just ask my opponent's wife. But does he even like women? All I can say is don't ask his wife that one. And if there's anything that we don't need in Juneau next year, it's more legislative aids. You know what I mean? Now, drugs are, of course, a big issue in this campaign. And, well, if you know anything about me, and you know anything about my opponent, you know that he didn't earn a $500,000 home on the hillside working at some strip mall on Muldoon, huh? You know what I mean? I've worked hard for what I have. I had to fight for my business to help my brother and my sister pull our family empire out of the flames. When our father died, it only left us a mere $12 million. Now you just try thinking about that the next time you compare my record. Put yourself in my position. I've worked for what I've got. I guess really what I'm trying to say is that my opponent's not such a bad guy. No, he's a two-faced lying jerk. So if you want a free-spending, drug-crazed wimp, well, then vote for my opponent. But if you want a gun-toting, whoremongering cheapskate who can't handle his liquor, then Senator Dirk Dirksen's your vote. That's what I stand for. It's what I'll do.
Hi, I'm Muggsy Muffet. Do you know what the #1 thing is on voters' minds this year? Drugs, of course. Hell, I've talked to lots of you, and it doesn't take an encyclopedia salesman to figure out what's going through your heads. Well, I'm tired of it. You know, there's really only 3 different ways that drugs can get into Alaska, and 2 of them are by airplane. What's the other? Aliens, of course. Yeah, and I'm not talking your normal run-of-the-mill south of the border aliens either. No, I've seen them too. On clear nights. They're obviously in cahoots with Alascom. So, why am I running for the legislature? I'm Muggsy Muffet, and that's as good a reason as any.
Yeah, Don. You just tell the man upstairs everything's moving along just fine. Why, we're sending more freight out than flying tigers. No, don't worry. I'll let you know if there are any problems. Great. I'll talk to you later, Ron. I mean, Don. Reagan. One of those guys should change their names. I'm always getting them confused.
Your Swiss banker from Zurich is on line 1, Colonel.
Thanks, dear. Yo, Maurice. You got my message. Yeah, I can't seem to get any cash out of my machine with my option card. They changed my access number? To Spanish? Those Israelis. Oh, yeah, what is it? Great.
Mr. Marcos, line 7.
Got the split, Maurice. Ferdinand, babe, how's the wife? What? You know, why don't you take away that Philippine Express gold card and I'll close all the Kinney shoe stores on the islands. Yeah. Fernie. Hey, Fernie, you sound stressed. What is it? You can level with Uncle Northy, yeah, Fernie? Hey, Fern, why don't you just pack up the family, fly up to Hawaii for a little short vacation? Well, just until this whole thing blows over. It's on me.
Mrs. Aquino on the red line, Colonel.
I'll be talking to you, Ferdy. And hey, don't ever change. I mean it. Corey! Or should I say, President Aquino? Yep, the palace is all yours. Marcos clan will be moving out tonight. You're welcome. Yeah, you better remember to count the silverware after they leave. Sure. Yeah. Hey, don't let them change you. You'll always be my little Corey. See ya. Let's see what the day's shaping up like. I think I'll create a hurricane down in Honduras. Then, of course, I can send some aid and get on their good side. Maybe a new leader in Korea. One with a certain command of the English language. And over here on the home front, maybe I'll assign New England to the Super Bowl. That way the Bears will be sure to win. Oh, yep, looks like a full day. Tough job. Someone's got to do it.
Oh, hi, Vern. Well, it appears to me like you're bringing your check here over to the Really Hungry Children's Fund, Vern. Well, let me say that if I rip this check like this is actually representative of what's really going to go to those hungry children, Vern. This isn't even enough to buy a Kit Kat bar. Now, what you should do is take a tip from your old buddy Ernest and go over to the National Security Council and leave them a check. That way, I know all my buddies in Afghanistan, Nicaragua, wherever, get all the weapons, guns, butter that they need. And then one more thing, Vern. Any donation to the National Security Council is tax deductible. Know what I mean?
Sleigh bells ring, I listen, in the lane, snow's glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland.